Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transports. Let's begin the cleaning operations of the Kleinbahn D120 060 steam locomotive. So in the previous video I showed you some of it's very dirty, it's really needing attention. So we're going to open it up and start the cleaning operations. So it's very easy, very simple. One screw in the front dome, and we'll put the screw in there so that it doesn't get lost. We can take the bodywork off. Bodywork is relatively clean, so no problem there. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to get a cradle to work on. There's a cradle. Here's a cradle over here. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. The whole locomotive is really needing a good clean. So let's see where we're going to begin. So I'm going to remove this weight because it's not needed. It'll just fall out anyway, so there's no point in. Let's put that in there as well. Let's put this light bulb, take this light bulb out because we don't want it to get a sore head. I think we'll put the light bulb in something else. We'll get this little box here for the light bulb. Okay, this little tray. Once the locomotive is unscrewed, this can lift up to clean the valve gear. So let's try and give the thing a good clean. I'm not going to dismantle the valve gear. I'm not going to do all of that. But now I want to begin removing the dirt because as you can see, I'm using a pencil as a pointer. We have, and I might even add an extra spot of light to bang. There we go. We have more light from my work lamp, LED work lamp. So 40-watt bulb and that. So in this side it picks up electricity on the left side of the locomotive, wheels and the axles. So we have the axle picks up one wheel and axle, one polarity. The other, on the right side instead, we have these pickups that touch the wheel tires. So this is really, it shows the age of the locomotive in my opinion. Of course they had to be put here because if they were fitted here there would be a short circuit, so there's no other option. But this kind of pickup is subject to dirt because all you need to do is, first of all, they get dirty because we know that the wheels running on the track get dirty, and on the other side you'll pick up fluff and all sorts of rubbish. So let's see how we can make a good mechanical clean. So we've got our usual friend here, lighter fluid. I'm going to top up the small jar of lighter fluid. I'm getting low, we'll have to be buying some of this. Okay, let's put some lighter fluid in here. Scoosh of lighter fluid in there like that. Much easier than plastering it all over the table. I'll leave that out because I'm going to have to load a lighter after later on. So we'll want some cotton buds as usual. Let's take a handful of cotton buds, and of course a couple of at least two. There, 3 toothpicks will do the job. Because there's that went in an ashtray, yuck. Okay, perfect. So let's see what's what. So we're going to begin where it's dirtier, and if you see in there, there's a lot of dirt there, a lot of dirt. So I think that the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take an old paintbrush, scabby old paintbrush here, and I'm going to go in here and just clean it out first with a paintbrush to melt all this dirt. Look at it, it's coming off. There's fluff, there's dirt from probably around a carpet. Look at that. It's really disgusting. So I'm using an old paintbrush and some lighter fluid here to really give it a good... This pickup here was really very compromised. So let's just do that. And you can look at the colour of the okay. It's extremely manky. Really, it's a disaster, this. It's good, strong... presses down, ooh, look at that, look at the mank on there. Jeez, oh, that's revolting. Let's put some more. We'll also clean this gear properly, but to do that we'll have to release the motor, but we'll do that in a second video. Of course, even all the linkage will be needing lubrication. So this is really in dire need of a clean. So you just apply the lighter fluid generously, and you go in with a toothpick and clean the thing mechanically. My, what a filth. Absolutely disgusting. Okay. Much better. We'll get a 9-volt battery to sort of move the wheels. It would have been an idea to remove the motor, but I don't want to move the motor. I'll just move it out the road. I don't want to have to do soldering, so I don't want contacts to break. That's the last thing I want. So, ouch. Yeah. I move the wheels out the road. Let's see how it's getting on now. Leaning on its side. Let's go with it. Cotton buds now. The wheels are not really that bad, huh? The pickups are really bad because there was a lot of very, very persistent gunk in there, and I can see there's another hair in there like that. Look at that. Fluff of all kinds. Not really a big fan of this stuff here that wobbles around all over the place, because this is delicate stuff. It can get bent, so we don't want accidents. So just move that over and just the wheels are not dirty. Famous last words. The wheels are revolting. I think these locomotives are locomotives that really require a lot of maintenance, a lot of cleaning to keep them running efficiently. Okay. To see the linkage, okay. I'm just going to leave that propped up like that, and now I'm going to just apply the battery to move my wheels forward a bit. Okay. Well, that one's for the bin. Okay. I'm trying to keep things short and sweet, not to make this too drawn out. Okay. Extremely dirty, my friends. Let's take another toothpick. I'm wetting the toothpick in some lighter fluid, and I'm just going in here, and I'm using the toothpick to rub and clean any oxidation. The pickups are not really oxidized, they're just dirty. They're just dirty, they're not bad. They're not bad, but they're just very, very dirty because they're in a very unfortunate place, sorry. not the best. So I'm just going here with a toothpick. Look at the mank coming off that. Toothpicks are great tools because they absorb the lighter fluids and they don't damage things, just wood. It's coming clean. Let's polish these wheels over here. See a bit of fluff there, not coming off. Probably there's fluff stuck here behind the connection rods. Indeed there is. I always end up doing these things at night in electric light because I'm busy during the day, and I should be doing these things now that it's a quieter period. I should be doing them in the morning. I always have something else to do in daylight. At least it's quiet. There aren't those cicadas singing our heads off. Just the odd cricket. It's nice. Quite fresh at night. I heard the cicada. Mr. Cicada, shut up. It's 20 past 10 p.m. There's no point in you lot singing. You've done your singing for today. Thank you very much. Go to bed. Tomorrow is another day. Oh, nice sound if you've not got anything else to do but this one here. Let's clean this one as well. We don't need to use the fiberglass pencil in this case here, because honestly it's relatively there isn't any oxidation. This is a relatively recent locomotive. This is not old. Also it has this, as I said in the previous video, as I mentioned, it's got this more modern, made in Taiwan can motor, which is a very nice motor. It doesn't have the old-fashioned open frame motor, so that's one thing less I have to do. I don't have to strip a motor, dismantle a motor. I would have liked to do it, so believe me, and I'm going to definitely look out in future for one with original open frame motor, because Kleinbahn motors, I've seen them, they're quite something. We'll give this a clean. There must have been some lubricant on this gear at one point in life, but nothing seems to have remained. So this will be getting lubricated with technical petroleum jelly. I'm polishing up these connecting rods just for the sake of getting rid of the filth. They're filthy, jeez, all dirty thing. No wonder it was all half very stiff and not collaborating. All this linkage will apply a spot of sewing machine oil to it at the end so that everything runs nice and smooth. So we've managed to clean that. Let's just sit it on a battery and move these wheels around. I'm trying to do things without covering the telephone with my hands. Well, let's just do this. And back is going very well backwards. Well, we knew about that. Let's see if it's any better forwards. It seems to be going better forwards. It's improved. Much better. And it's picking up from this set of wheels as well, and even from the front ones. I'm quite pleased about that, because it was really not good. It was really going badly. Okay, I'm going to get another of these now, and just go and gently polish up. I'm polishing up the things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these. This is another trick I have. When you want to clean, get something that goes, you want to get in between those wheels the wheels and the pickups in this case, because they're pretty tightly sprung, these pickups. So you get a used cotton bud, cut the end off, throw the dirty end in the bin, and then you get a pair of pliers, the closest pair of pliers we have. These ones in the drawer will do the job. And then I just take the point and I take a pair of pliers and I squeeze the end and make it flat like that, so that it's nice, and the paper tube is like a sort of spade. Now you can go in and clean a little bit better. Let's not do, trying to not cover things with my hands. You're not here to see the back of my hand. This way it acts both on the wheel and on the, and also on the pickup. I'll wet that again. Aye, these pickups are great for picking up mank of all types. Let's make sure this one's well pushed down. Okay, that looks quite nice. Now we'll give it a spot of, this is some leftover contact spray. So we'll get another old brush. I've got two of them. Where's the other old brush? Oh, here it is. And I'll just apply some of this with a brush in a generous quantity. This will clean those copper contacts very well, because we want to give them a really good clean. This is alcohol, this evaporates very quickly. There. Of course I'm shutting things because then, apart from the fact I don't want to get things all over the table, but lighter fluids and contact spray evaporate very, very quickly. They're very volatile, so we're not wanting them spread around the room. Let's see what happens now. It's definitely running better forwards, better than what it was. Still smoother in reverse. Oh, not much difference now. Not much difference, it's much improved. Yep, that's good. That's nice. Right, that's one set, that one part cleaned. Let's give it another go with some lighter fluid just for that. Here we go. Polishing up the wheels even better. Let's just move it around a bit. Much better, much better. Much better. Okay, so that was the more complicated part catered for. Let's have a look at the other wheels on the other side. Here they are. Let's see how dirty these are. The top part, quite dirty. Quite dirty, I would say. Let's see these ones. These are also on the dirty side. And we're going to change the cotton bud now, get another one. Let's have a look over here. I see there's no risk of picking. The wheels are not bad, they're not heavily oxidized. They're a bit dirty, but they're not bad. But the problem is that over there on the pickups, that all sorts of fluff gathered. So that was a problem. The problem was mainly a mechanical disturbance of conductivity. So if there's dirt, fluff, lint, and all the rest of it, like the stuff that's coming off this cotton bud, which seems to be not great, in between the pickups and the wheels, those pickups are not going to transmit any electricity, any polarity. So that's no use. Right. I had a look at this last night with a strong light, or yesterday, and a torch, a strong light, and a magnifying glass. And there isn't any lint stuck in the axles, which is good news. But what we're going to do, we're going to anyway apply by capillarity. We're going to clean those axles with some contact fluid. I'm going to knock this light off 100%. I've put my work light magnet work light up here on the lamp, and I'm going to end up knocking it off, and you'll see a lamp falling down, and then I'll have to redo the video because of bad language. So I'm going to apply some contact spray with this brush to the axles, and it'll just go in by capillarity, and the axles will come nice and clean. I could even use a spray can. I've got a whole great big spray can of this, but the brush is doing the job. So I have to finish off what was left in the previous spray can, so there's no point in wasting good material. So when a spray can is finished, the propellant gas always finishes before the liquid. So once it's completely empty, when a can is no longer pressurized, I take the tin opener or can opener on my old Swiss knife, and a Swiss Army knife, I punch a couple of holes in, make a hole, and pour it into a jar. And I do the same with WD-40, Vitol, penetrating oil. I always keep it because it can still be used, and in the end it's all been paid. Why put it in the bin? I mean, materials, these are materials at cost, and there's no point in throwing things in the bin. There we go. We can apply generous application, that way we're sure it goes into the axles, because it will reach the axle at this point, and just go in by capillarity and improve. There's no way we can lubricate these axles because there are no greasing points. For example, on the Hornby ACHO SNCF 131 TB locomotive, that's good because the way the chassis is made on that, which is the same principle, more or less, see that there are no greasing points under there. You see, there's absolutely, it's all one solid piece of casting, of Zamac, or Zamac, I think this is, yes. And there are no points where you can go in here and apply a spot of technical petroleum jelly. So this is a flaw in the design. And the old Hornby ACHO, or Hornby, I call it ACHO. It was the French Hornby. You can actually, we'll have to do a good overhaul to that locomotive. That's another one on the waiting list, because I bought that before restarting the channel, and it's really needing some TLC. And I serviced it and everything before, but we're going to have a look at that locomotive, because I'm sure I can improve some. We'll have to have the layout out, that way I can explain you what problem it has. Apart from having a motor that draws, but that's the designed X04 motor, has a very big draw, and good magnet and everything, but it's a thirsty motor. That's one of the reasons I switched to mechanical controllers, because mechanical controllers have a higher output. They can support, they have a higher now I can't remember all the terms, I'm tired. So they can operate them. The Lima ones cut out, they go and you can't work with them. Okay, so let's see what's happening now that we've cleaned this. We'll give these wheels another, I'm getting another brush. I'm cleaning all the linkage and the variant and kingpins here with some lighter fluid because these are extremely dirty. I think the other ones are very dirty as well. Yes, these were lubricated at one point in life, but the oil has completely evaporated and we're only left with dust. So there's nothing here. Oh my, look at the dirt coming off there. Yes, this is old lubricant. It's either old lubricant or this is a very nasty old brush. I'm using not a very good brush. Let's use this one instead. Okay. I should have a brush that I use only for cleaning these things, not an old brush that might have traces of paint and stuff on it. In fact, the proof that that brush wasn't very clean, the lighter fluid isn't very clean here either, so I might just okay. Let's see how things are getting on. Right. Let's test it. Quick testing on the battery. That's in reverse. Much better. Picking up from all wheels. Oh, it's much faster going forward now. Wow. Much better. I'm very pleased. So that's that. Part one of the cleaning has been done. Next job, we'll just unscrew the motor, remove the gear, and clean the gear very well and lubricate the gear with technical petroleum jelly. So if you enjoyed the video, you can give it a like, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell and share. And that's that for the moment. Cheerio and see you next time. This is a very long video. Ciao ciao.